Hi, I'm Amanda, and as you can see, we're outside. Today's class is all about the sun, so it will lead you through guided poses to salute to the sun, and we will be doing some sun salutations as part of that class. As you can hear, you'll probably have some extra background noises with the birds, the farm animals that are next to our farmstead, but I hope you enjoy our view, and I hope you enjoy the class. So we're going to start in easy pose in a nice cross-legged position. So just getting yourself centered onto the mat and your legs either loosely crossed in half lotus or full lotus if that's your practice. Today I'm definitely easy pose. So, and come together with a mudra, so bring your thumb and first finger together. And we're just going to do a couple of breaths here to center ourselves and prepare ourselves for the class ahead. Find your two sit bones, lengthen the spine, and reach the head towards the top of the ceiling or the sky. Close your eyes if you want. And breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, feeling the body relax as you exhale. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and allow your mind to be empty and ready for the class ahead. This time, take your focus on an area of the body that you feel is a little bit more tense. Perhaps that's the hips or the shoulders. Breathe in. As you breathe out, focus on relaxing that part of the body. Take one more breath in and out, and prepare yourself for the class. Blink your eyes open if they're not open already. And we're going to come to a kneeling pose or thunderbolt pose. So swing your legs over to one side and come to a kneeling pose. So I'm on my heels, and we're going to do some warm-up exercises in this position just here. We're going to start with a neck stretch. So I'm going to gently place my right hand on the back of my neck, palm to the back. My left hand, the back of the palm is going to go to the base of my spine. I'm going to open my shoulders and gently take some pressure into the right hand with the back of my head, lengthening the spine, drawing the belly button in. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, release the arms. And we'll do that on the other side. So take the left hand to the back of the head, the right hand to the base of the spine. Gently push the back of the head into the hand. Open the elbows, breathe in, breathe out, and release the hands. We're going to come into a cow-cat stretch here. So placing my hands on my thighs, I'm going to breathe in. As I do so, I tip my pelvis forward, arch my spine, draw my elbows back and take my face to the sun. Breathe out and draw the belly button in, round the spine, open the shoulders and take the gaze in front of the mat. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breathing in, drawing the shoulders back, elbows back, spine arches, pelvis tips forward. Breathe out, drawing the belly button towards the spine, curving the spine, opening the shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. And then come back to a seated neutral position, drawing the shoulders down. We're going to go do a toe stretch now. I'm going to come to the side so you can have a little look at what I'm doing. I'm tucking my toes under, and I'm going to sit back, taking my hips towards my heels. I'm going to come and sit upright and stack my spine with my shoulders over my hips, reaching my head towards the ceiling, arms onto my thighs. And we're just going to take 2 breaths here, breathing in and out, in and out. And on the next out breath, bring yourself forward and come into all fours position. So, placing my hands underneath my shoulders. My fingers are nice and wide. My hips underneath my knees underneath my hips. I'm going to continue my cow-cat stretches from here. So, breathing in, I'm going to tuck my pelvis, tip my pelvis forward, arch the spine, and take my gaze up to the sky or the ceiling. Breathe out, tipping the pelvis forward. Belly button comes to the spine, gaze to the thighs, open the shoulders. 2 more times, breathing in into cow. Breathe out into cat. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then bring your spine back to a neutral position, drawing your belly button towards the spine. We're going to come in to thread the needle. So I'm going to take my weight into my right hand, lifting my right hand up towards the sky. I'm breathing in. My hand reaches and I have a nice chest opener. I breathe out and my hand threads underneath my left shoulder, and I draw my right ear and cheek to the mat, feeling a stretch down the shoulder blade. Breathe in, and on the out breath, release the right hand and place it underneath. We'll do that on the left. Breathe in, hand comes up. Breathe out, feed it underneath the right arm, left cheek, left ear on the mat. Breathe in, and then breathe out, bringing that left hand to meet. Draw your hips to your heels, and we're going to come to a child's pose flow. And it starts off kneeling, so we breathe in, lifting our hands towards the sky, gently pushing our hips forward. As we breathe out, sweeping our arms behind us, lowering our head into child's pose. Let's repeat that. Breathing in, breathe out. Breathing in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then walk your hands forward and come in to lie on the mat for a cobra flow warm-up. So bringing your hands towards your chest, open the legs slightly so they are reaching towards either end of the bottom of the mat. Tuck your elbows in, breathe in, and just gently lift your chest and your back, using your back muscles, not all the way into cobra, just a little baby cobra. Breathe out and take the gaze back and the head to the mat. We'll take this a little higher, so breathing in, drawing the shoulders down into the spine. Breathe out, keeping the elbows tucked in. Into full cobra, breathing in, and taking the gaze a little bit further, and if you want to the sky. Breathe out, keeping those elbows tucked in and the face comes to the mat. Tuck the toes under, bring the legs in a line, and we're going to come into downward dog. Breathe in, and on the out breath, take the pressure into the hands, into the feet, and draw the hips up towards the ceiling or the sky. And so this might be your first downward dog of the day, so just ease something out. Ease out the leg, so you might want to walk the dog. Perhaps have a little hip wiggle. Do a shoulder wiggle as well, trying to ease out the back. And then we're going to walk our feet towards our hands. So stepping slowly, walking the feet towards the hands until we come into forward flow. So I'm going to rest into either a forward fold position with my hands on my shins, my ankles, or the ground. Or you can come into ragdoll pose with your opposite hand onto opposite elbow. And gently just allowing the spine to fall forward, the head and the neck to relax. And you might want to, if you are in ragdoll pose, take a little swing to either side, ensuring that the neck is relaxed and the spine is relaxed. Come to stillness, and we're going to come into chair pose. So release the hands if you're in ragdoll pose. Breathe in, and on the out breath, bending to the knees, bending at the hips, and bringing the hands either to parallel or towards the ears into chair pose. We're going to take 2 breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And on the next out breath, we're going to forward fold, bringing the hands towards the feet. Again, we might want to stretch our legs a little bit further. The hands might reach a little bit nearer to the ground. Breathe in. Bring your body upright into chair pose. Breathe out into a nice forward fold flow. Once more, breathe in into chair pose. And then this time, breathing out, lengthening the legs and coming into high mountain. We're just going to find the floor in this very strong grounding position. So spread the toes, distribute your weight evenly over the balls of the feet and the heels. Draw the shoulders down into the back. We're going to breathe here. And as we breathe out, bring our hands into Anjali Mudra and bring them in front of our chest. And we're going to come into a lovely mountain pose, upward salute flow. Breathing in, my hand comes into an upward salute, drawing the shoulders down. Breathe out, hands come to heart center. Breathe in and breathe out, hands to heart center. Last time, breathing in, shoulders down in the back. Breathe out and hands come to heart center. And we'll just find that strong mountain pose with our hands at our heart here. We're going to come to a shoulder salutation. So with my hands here, I'm going to breathe in. As I breathe out, I'm going to bend my knees and come into chair pose, drawing my belly button towards me. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, and on the out breath, bringing my hands high to the sky and then out beside me. Breathe in, and on the out breath, bending the knees into chair pose, drawing the belly button in, shoulders in line with the hands in line with the shoulders in line with the back. And we're just holding this for 2 breaths. On the next out breath, breathing, bring your hands back up. Breathe in. And on the out breath, bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers and draw the hands down the back of your body. Lifting up gently at the front, we take our gaze and our chest towards the sun. Breathe here. And on the out breath, throwing the chest forward, lifting the hands towards the sky and coming into a forward fold. And drawing the hands back down towards the mat floor. Breathe in and lower the hands towards the base of the spine, lifting up the body and releasing the fingers and coming back into mountain pose just here. And we're going to do half sun salutation, so not the full thing, but we'll just have a little go. So bringing my hands up, I come into high mountain, breathe out, they sweep down into forward fold. Now the hands can either come to the shins, the ankles or the floor. We're going to come into monkey pose, so bringing the fingers in 12 inches in front of you, breathe in, lengthen the backs of the leg, lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, forward fold, and then either step or jump the feet out into plank. Just hold plank for a minute, and then you can lower either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, and lengthen out. Untuck the toes, take a breath, and on the next out breath, come into downward dog. And then we're just gently going to walk our feet towards our hands and coming into a forward fold. Breathing in and bringing our hands back up to the sky into high mountain, breathing out and they come down. And we'll do that once again, stepping back with the left leg. Breathe in and then breathe out into forward fold. Breathe in, monkey pose, so bring the fingers, tips in front. Lengthen the backs of the legs and the spine. Breathe out into forward fold. Continue the breath by taking the left leg back into plank and lowering knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Lengthen the body and tuck the toes. Breathe in On the out breath, come into downward dog. Breathe here. And on the out breath, walking the legs forward towards the hands and coming into forward fold. Breathe in, swan dive, reverse swan dive, the arms back to the sky. Breathe out and the arms come down. So we're going to do next thing we're going to do is a twisting lunge sequence. So very gently, we'll do that from a forward fold. So breathing in, I'm going to bring my hands towards the sky, high mountain. Breathe out into forward fold. And if you can, bring the hands to the ground. And we're going to step our right leg out into a left leg lunge. Low lunge. So dropping the knee down to the mat, untucking the toes. And just having a little rest here. Breathe in and out and release the hips. Breathe in and out. And again, just feel those hips release. Breathe in, this time bringing the hands up towards the sky. And on the out breath, bring the hands to heart center. 2 breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. And on the next out breath, bring the hands either side of the feet back to a low lunge. Breathe in, placing the right hand on the inside of the left foot. You're going to lift the left arm towards the sky for a twist. Breathe out and lower that hand back down. Placing the left hand onto the left thigh. Breathe in and sweep that right hand all the way back, reaching towards you and the calf, taking the gaze over your right shoulder. Feel a hip stretch. Breathe in, sweep the hand back over and bring your hands back to the floor. Tuck the toes under, lift the back leg off, back knee off. Breathe in, lift the hands up to high crescent lunge. And then breathe out. We're going to do a twist. So bringing the right hand forward, the left hand back. Take the gaze over the left shoulder. Breathe in. Both hands come back up to the sky. Breathe out. And we take our hands down to the mat, lowering the knee and untucking the toes. Breathe in. Back to low crescent lunge, low lunge, but this time we'll take our gaze up to the sky. Breathe out and hands come to forward fold. Tuck the toes under and then step the leg back to meet the left leg and forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, back up to high mountain. Breathe out and hands come down by the side. And we'll do that all again on the left hand side. So breathing in. Lifting the hands, high mountain, drawing the shoulders down. Breathe out and we're coming into forward fold. Breathe in, monkey pose. Breathe out and stepping the left leg back into a right leg low lunge. Placing the knee down and tucking the toes. Just take 2 breaths here, breathing in and out and feel the left hip flexor just stretch and ease out. Particularly in this hot sunshine. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, bring the arms up to the sky. Breathe out and the hands come to heart center. And we'll just take a couple of breaths here. So breathing in and out. In and out. Placing the left hand down on the inside of the right foot. Sweep the right arm up towards the sky as you breathe in. And then breathe out, bringing that hand back down to the mat. Take the right hand onto the right thigh. Breathe in. Sweep the left hand back towards the left calf and the left thigh, taking the gaze over the left hand shoulder. Breathe in, sweeping the hand back. Breathe out, placing the hands onto the mat. Tuck the toes under and lift the back knee off. Inhale, we come into high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lifting the hands up, and this time we'll take a twist. So left hand comes forward, right hand comes back. Gaze over right shoulder. Inhale. Bring both hands up towards the sky and exhale, bringing the knee down. Bring the hands up towards the sky on the next inhale. Exhale, sweep the hands down, tuck the toes under, and then step that left foot back towards forward fold. And we'll just take 2 breaths here in this really forward fold position. Again, just releasing the backs of the legs. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, reverse swan dive, so sweep the arms back up to the sky or the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. And we're going to come into our full sun salutation now. So we're going to do 4 sets, and I'll do 2 slowly. And if you want to, you can actually take your own pace and your own breathing pace. So, starting at the top of the mat, and in a nice strong mountain pose, so spreading the toes, finding the equidistant position between the balls of the feet and the heels. Breathing in, hands come to the sky, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, monkey pose, fingertips in front of you, lengthen the backs of the legs and the spine. Breathe out, and we come into low lunge, so dropping the foot down, untucking the toes. Breathe in, and on the next out breath, release the left foot, tuck the toes under of the right foot, and come into plank. Breathing out, lowering down chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, untuck the toes. Lifting the chest up to cobra. Breathe out, tuck the toes under, and into downward dog. Breathe in, breathe out for 1 breath here. Breathing in and stepping the left foot forward. Drop the knee, untuck the toes. 1 breath. Tuck the toes under, step the right foot to meet the left, and forward fold. Breathe in. Sweeping the hands up to high mountain, reverse swan dive, exhale and down. Breathe in, high mountain. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, monkey pose. Breathe out, stepping the left leg back and into low lunge. Breathe in, and on the out breath, come into plank, tuck those toes under and lower the and the body to the mat, untuck the toes. Breathing in, into cobra. Breathe out, downward dog. Breathe in, stepping the right foot forward. Breathe out, left comes to meet. Breathe in, hands sweep up to the sky. Breathe out, hands by your side. Taking a step forward, we'll repeat that twice more, a little bit faster with a more flow. So starting in that strong mountain pose, breathing in, high mountain, breathe out into forward fold. Breathing in, fingertips, monkey pose. Breathe out, forward fold, stepping the right leg out into lunge. Breathe in, tuck the toes under. Breathe out, plank, and lower yourself to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out into downward dog. Breathe in, stepping the left foot forward, untucking the toes. Breathe out, stepping the right to meet the left. Breathe in, high mountain. Breathe out, down. And breathe in, high mountain. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, monkey pose. Breathe out, left leg steps back. Breathe in, into plank. Breathe out, chaturanga. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, downward dog. Breathe in, stepping the right leg forward. Breathe out, step the left leg to meet. Breathe in, high mountain. Breathe out and forward fold. So we've done our salute to the sun. We're just going to work our way down for a few stretches on the mat. So we'll just use the beginning section of the salute to sun to get down to the mat. So breathing in, embracing the sunshine. Breathing out and forward fold. Stepping or jumping the feet back into plank. And lowering yourself, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga down to the mat. I'm going to come into child's pose first. So bring your hands towards your chest and draw the hips towards the heels just for a nice long child's pose, extended child's pose. So keep walking the fingertips out and perhaps opening the knees out as well so you can get a little bit of a deeper stretch for the shoulders. Walk the hands back and bring yourself up to a seated position. Come down to the mat and we'll do some hip raises. So roll yourself down, bring the heels towards the glutes as far as you can, and the hands come palms facing onto the mat. And we're going to do a couple of hip rises. So breathing in, and on the out breath, tipping the pelvis forward, releasing the hips from the mat and drawing the hips towards the sky, lifting yourself up. Breathe in and out. Make sure the knees are in line with the hips and the thighs are drawing together. Breathe in, and on the next out breath, rolling the spine down vertebrae by vertebrae until the hips will reach the mat. Once they reach the mat, just give them a little bit of a wiggle and we'll do that again. So breathing in, breathe out, tipping the pelvis forward, rolling up through the spine, lifting the hips towards the sky. If you want to extend your practice, you can interlace your fingers underneath you, draw the hands down the body towards the heels of the hands, and then also walk yourself onto the shoulders. This enables you to get a little bit of a higher hip stretch. Breathe in. And on the out breath, release the hands, release the shoulders onto the mat, and then draw your hips down to the mat gently. We're going to draw our knees in towards us for wind relieving pose. So taking both knees together, just gently hug the knees. I want to do some lower back hip circles, one way and the other way. I'm going to come into child's pose. So take the soles of the feet to the sky. Your hands are going to come outside of the feet, and you're going to draw your knees towards the floor and the shoulders and the armpits. And gently you can rock side to side in this hip opener. Allow the feet to float back to the mat, and we'll come to Shavasana for a guided relaxation on the mat. So gently settle yourself. Your feet are aiming for either corner of the bottom of the mat, legs long, and palms facing down, allowing the shoulders to relax. Do some small adjustments so you feel settled and centered on the mat. And close your eyes. And this time we're going to take the breathing that we started at the beginning of class. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and take a long exhale out, feeling the body relax onto the mat. This time take your focus to a part of the body that feels tense. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and relax that body on the out breath. Once more, breathing in through the nose and a long sustained out breath to help you relax the whole body. And then just take some time for you on the mat to relax. Gently bring your focus back towards your mind's eye. Taking some couple of breaths to re-energize the fingers, the toes, the hands and the feet. Stretching the arms and the legs, and then gently rolling yourself over onto your side and coming up into a seated position. So, we'll just finish with a quick namaste and a thank you and a greeting. So I just want to thank you very much for joining with me class today, and I hope you enjoyed the outside class and all the sounds of nature. It does bring something quite nice to it. So bringing our hands to our heart, we'll finish with a namaste. Namaste.